Turkey is heritated from the Ottoman Empire, and a lot of people are from different origins are living in Turkey. Even if officially they say 99.8% of Turkey is Muslim, it's officially, because in practice it's not the case. We had a sick man, which was a giant on 3 continents, with so different cultures, except in northern Africa, the Kabylia, Morocco, and 1 or 2, there was also the Algerian Sahara, and 1 or other place, I don't remember the name. All the rest was Turkish, Ottoman, sorry. And the Mediterranean was almost an internal sea. There was Aral Sea, which was internal, and so on. It was very, very big. But when you are very big and you collapse, the consequences also are big. So it was very difficult to Turkey. At that moment, they don't have a clear vision. We had Young Turks and so on. We had a lot of Western guided philosophically and politically people who intended to reform Ottoman Empire. And finally, in 1923, there was a new state after 2 treaties. First, Sèvres Treaty, and then Lausanne Treaty. In 1923, the Republic of Turkey was established, and the Caliphate and the Ottoman Empire was abolished. What brought that to people? Good and very bad things also, because when you try to reform, you cannot say, okay, everyone is nice, we will do it in a soft way, and everyone will agree because we have a consensus. In that period, consensus was not very familiar to people. It was imposed. They tried to impose things, and it was not particular to Turkey. But the person who founded the Turkish Republic, the Republic of Turkey, his name was Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. Atatürk was a name given to him as a honorary name, in fact, which the meaning of that name is father of the Turks. He changed completely the structure. Formerly it was a caliphate. Caliphate, it means in the whole world, it was in Ottoman Empire that someone which was called the caliph was like the Pope for the Catholic world. So what he said was the truth. That was like that. In the beginning of the Republic, we took Italian penal code. We took Swiss civil code. We took German trade code, commercial code. We took French constitutional law. And Turkey was a mix of different good practices, I would say, in terms of law. And finally, it was quite interesting for women because we were, I think, maybe not the first, but one of the first countries in the world giving the right to women to vote and to be elected.
The first one.
The first one. Thank you very much. Okay. So I don't want to be too pretentious, but okay. I thank you that you confirmed this. We had judges, we had pilots, even the name of the second airport in Turkey is Sabiha Gökçen, and she was a jet pilot. Yes, and it was in the years 20. Yeah. So maybe I have to remind you that Turkey has also had in the years 80 a Turkish woman that led the country as prime minister. Yes, Tansu Çiller. Okay, if the results were really sufficient or not, economically and politically speaking, we are not sure. But we have also another tradition, not only giving right to women. We have also a tradition of state coup, military coup. So in the years 60, in 1960, in 1971, in 1980, so a tradition of 10 years more or less, we had a coup d'etat, military. And then we also knew some postmodern coup d'etat. It was not, you know, the army was not physically there, but there was a declaration, and you had to take it into account. Otherwise, you know what would happen. Like there were tanks in the streets and so on. Yeah, it was really difficult. It's also now difficult for a Turkish politician to be just a politician and to do his job as we can do it here in Luxembourg or in Western countries, I would say, in general. So Turkey was always between West and East. It's Turkey. You can say, oh, Turkey, Turks. Okay, that's as a French model, État-nation. Nation states. It's a nation state, but not in terms of population. I mean ethnicity. It's rather religious states originally. Why? When Turkey was collapsing, Ottoman Empire was collapsing, people from Macedonia, Russia, I mean Caucasus and so on, a lot of people came back to Turkey. And those people were Muslim. And in Turkey we had 10 million Turks and 2 million Kurds. The Kurds in general are not Sunni Muslims, they're more Alevi or Zoroastrian or things like that, different than Islam. So, and we had also Armenian people, we had Jewish people. So Turkey at that moment, the new republic was very happy to see, or even the Ottoman Empire was very happy to see those people coming back, because they were unhappy to lose territories, but they were happy to see back Muslims. So the number of Muslims, the ratio was higher than before. So it was founded around religion, on the ground of religion. And so the Muslims were more and more, but in terms of influence, the secular people, so the Western attracted people were more powerful. And finally, those people founded a laic state in Turkey. It was an adaptation of France, la République française, French Republic. Problems were beginning around 850. It was the collapse of Ottoman Empire. And all the people who were pro-Western, they said, oh, we have to make a republic, it should be like this and so on. And they were wearing Western clothes and having Western habits and so on. And at that moment, the the congregations, the religious congregations, talked very loudly, and they say, no, you cannot do that. It's not our culture. It's not our religion. Don't act like this. Don't wear those clothes. Don't talk about the abolition of caliphate and so on. So it was the beginning of a real gap between two parts of the society. And nowadays it's the same. The problem was at the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, and it subsists till now. It's here, present, very present.